we could spend our time talking about a fight that may or may not happen. We could talk about a fight that isn't going to happen, that's been cancelled because one guy doesn't want to fight another guy. Or we could talk about one of the biggest boxing bouts of 2023, and that could go down to be one of the greatest fights. A grudge match, a real grudge match, not fake beef. It's Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez, or David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant, this Saturday, March the 25th, on Showtime Boxing. Let's talk about it right here, right now, on BWTN Sports. Don't go anywhere. Let's get you out of the way. That's your... Yeah, that's going to help. Great. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. If you're new to the channel, do smash the like button and hit the old subscribe button. Let's get into this. Been a while. Everyone knows that I've been away doing exams. Today was the final exam for the level 3. It's been a great experience, really life-changing. But enough of that. Let's talk about the big fight. Benavidez, Plant. Initial thoughts. Okay, initial thoughts. I have never, ever considered David Benavidez as the man. I've never considered David Benavidez as the Mexican monster. I don't know where that's come from. And I've never considered David Benavidez as the man to beat Canelo. I've said this a number of times about David Benavidez. Is he a good fighter? He's tall, he's big, he's got fast hands. Yeah, but he's not, for me, he's not that guy. He's not that guy. Yes, he's looked impressive in parts. Like, you know, one of the highlight reels with David Benavidez, we see him for that 4 or 5 punch combination and the guy falls to the floor, or the Lemieux fight where Lemieux was up against the ropes and he's throwing all those combinations. Looks great. Yeah. I remember the times where people used to talk about Josh Kelly and you should talk about the 10 punch combination he threw. You know, what happened when he fought David Adesanya? What happened there? Where was that 10 punch combination then against somebody who was punching him back in his face hard? It's levels in this game. It's levels, and Benavidez isn't for anybody, as far as I'm concerned. That's made me think, yeah, that guy, we got to watch that guy. He's fought a lot of guys that are, you know, another guy that kind of Benavidez reminds me of, Gilberto, the guy that Bivol just outboxed over 12 rounds. He's big, he's strong, you know, he's unbeaten in about 45 fights. He fought Bivol and Bivol took him to school. So, you know, Plant's been there. He's been in a grudge match before. You know, he's been in a couple of grudge matches. It just seems to not, people just don't seem to get on with Caleb Plant. You know, the fight he had against, the guy he knocked out. The last guy fought. Anthony Durrell. And then the Canelo fight. That's 2 fights there that he didn't, like, people didn't, he didn't seem to, the opposition didn't seem to get on with very much. I'll tell you a short story about Caleb Plant, actually. Years back, I think it was before he fought for the world title, I had a conversation with Caleb Plant, you know, and he was on that run where I was getting all those interviews at the time. And he's one of the guys that looked, I thought, this guy's going to be a world champion. And he did become a world champion. So this is how, like, press conferences, when I look at press conferences, I don't really listen to what people say. I listen to some of the things people say, like the trainers. So Breadman said that in just the press conference that went, he said that his guy, Caleb Plant, needs to step up. He'll need to step up to that next level to beat Benavidez. He has to be his best and more than. Against a guy that really hasn't shown yet that he is that quality. This is his first big fight. It's against Caleb Plant, his first real big fight, you know. And Caleb Plant made some interesting points. He said that, you know, why do you now have to get yourself in shape, you know, and be professional? Why can't you have been a professional throughout your career? You know, why you talk about now, I'm on weight, I'm ready, I'm good to go. You know, don't need to do that, because if you're a professional, that's just what is expected of you anyway. So he made some very good points there. Benavidez saying he's going to break Plant's jaw, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. And like, if you've gone in the ring, you fought Canelo. Yeah, you got knocked out by Canelo, but you got knocked out by a Hall of Fame fighter. Yeah, a future Hall of Fame fighter in Canelo. An undisputed champion at super middleweight. I think, was it? You know, so, you know, he's won belts at light middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight. So to get knocked out by Canelo, and he didn't get knocked out in the first or second round. He got stopped late in the fight. You know, he gassed. And that was the biggest fight of his career against a very good fighter. And he didn't just fold the minute Canelo hit him. So he put up a really good performance. I think he's a better fighter now under Breadman. You can see he's doing things differently. For example, when he's on the ropes, slipping off the ropes, you saw against the rail. So he's doing things. You can see he's improving as a fighter. He's hungry and he wants to grow. He wants to be a better boxer, puncher. Like I said, back at the press conference, I look at body language, and when the two guys were together, Plant looked like he had that wild eye look at him. And I recognize the wild eye look when you look at a guy, you say, and you're really sticking your chin out, and you're like, yeah. Because I don't know if that is Plant pumping himself up, or as a man that's full of a belief and confidence that he knows he's going to do a job. You know, Benavidez has been down before against B or C class opposition. Ronald Garville. That was a Floyd Mayweather fighter. Dropped him in the 12th round when he had gassed at rounds earlier. You know, and I said it's not the first time he got dropped. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. When you get dropped at lower level, I always do wonder about how you'll do as you move against guys who are better, slicker punches, make you make more mistakes. So he's big, he's strong. He comes forward, he throws a lot of punches. Yes. But there's a lot of things Benavidez does that, like he's meant to be this monster. But if you watch Benavidez, if you back him up with a jab, he automatically goes into a shell like this. And he goes into shell as inactive. I tell you, another guy who used to do that was Callum Smith. When you double jab Callum Smith, he goes to ropes, you just back up like this, and nothing comes back. And that's why when a guy that you double jab a guy, and his natural instinct to put his hands up to protect and tuck up, and you're shelling up like that, you tuck up. You are, when your hands are here, you are no threat. You are only a threat when your hands are here and you're ready to let go. Other than that, if your hands are here, you are not effective. So if Caleb Plant, which I do believe he has to take the center of the ring and box Benavidez. He's got to take center ring, box, and box around Benavidez. Don't stand in the center. You double your jab up when you get opportunities. Double the jab, throw your shots, and spin off to the sides. Don't pull straight back with punches. Boom, boom, follow him, and he's going back against the ropes. Take him, hit him on the ropes, and spin out of there. Plant has got to do what Benavidez wants to do to Plant. Yeah? So Benavidez is going to want to walk Plant down to ropes to land all them combinations. That's what Benavidez wants to do. Aggressive, come forward, take you to ropes, trap you in the ropes, land your combinations. That is what he will do. But Benavidez's footwork is not the greatest. You've watched his footwork. His footwork is not the greatest. He makes a lot of mistakes, and he leaves himself vulnerable to getting hit. So, like in the past, where he's been fighting opponents that have been able to counter him, I believe that Plant will see more opportunities because he's a better fighter. Even off the ropes, he's a better fighter than Benavidez. He's more active when he's against the ropes. He does get clipped though. Don't get me wrong. Plant gets clipped when he's using the shoulder roll or the Philly shell. He does get clipped, right? He does get hit. He's got to stay off the ropes. And if Benavidez turn Benavidez. Another thing when Benavidez does, he holds his, he's got all his body here open. So and Caleb Plant's got a habit of when he jabs, he'll go to head into body or to body into head. That's what Caleb Plant does. So there's opportunities for Plant to land the body shots. Now, I believe if Plant takes the center of the ring, which I think he's going to take a little bit more of an aggressive approach, because I think, just a feeling that Benavidez is a bully. That's what I think. And I think when he gets on top of Benavidez, he's one of those guys that won't like it. That's my suspicion about Benavidez. So he has to show me in this fight, if Plant can stick it on him, that he won't crack under pressure. Big fight, big lights, big opportunity. When it's put on him, mentally, can Benavidez handle it? It's not about being a big puncher, because you could be a big puncher, but not be an accurate puncher. You could be a big puncher, but not actually find a shot to put the man away. For me, like there's a lot of times you see Benavidez fighting, he'll square himself up, literally square himself up. So there's opportunities to get a knockdown, not because I think Benavidez has got a weak chin, but if you stand square up against a guy, your 2 feet are facing forward because of the way Benavidez uses his feet. His 2 feet are facing forward at times. He drags his back foot, and then he throws punches. When he throws some punches, he's leaning with them shots and leaves himself open to get clipped. So there's lots of opportunities there. But when, like I say, he's square on at times. So the way he brings his back foot round, he gets square on. And against a guy like Caleb Plant, who's got better footwork, and I'll always say, you can have all the punches in the world, but if your foundation isn't correct, and Benavidez's foundation is not great at all. That being said, if Caleb Plant has a rabbit in the headlights, he hasn't done it so far in his career, rabbit in the headlights, and he allows Benavidez to back him to the ropes one time too many and throw too many shots early in the fight, down the stretch, we saw against Kilolo where Plant tired and succumbed to getting stopped. So for me, it's just what Plant does in the middle of the ring, as whether he. So for me, I think Plant could outbox Benavidez. I think he can outpoint Benavidez. But I think with Benavidez, I think if he's going to win, he wins by stoppage. That's what I think. If he wins by stoppage, I think Plant can drop Benavidez. It might be flash knockdowns, and it might also be because of balance, because Benavidez has been put in a position because of Plant countered and dropped. I do also believe that if Plant is going to land big shots on Benavidez, I believe it's going to happen when Benavidez is throwing his own shots. And his own sequence of punches going after Plant, I think he can get caught. You know, and Benavidez has got a habit when he gets caught, he tucks up and just lays on the ropes there. So, very interesting. Plant can make this fight easier for himself if he doubles the jab and forces Benavidez to keep that hand. Once he keeps Benavidez's hands up here, Benavidez is out the fight, because that's what he does. As soon as he gets hit, that comes up, that comes up, that comes up. So if you do that, but fake your jab, work and keep working that body early. Work that body early. Because I'm not convinced in Benavidez how dedicated he is actually to the sport of all the stuff. Maybe he's matured now. I don't know. But be interesting to see how the fight pans out. Guys, I think Plant will win, says Jay Roos. Good to see you, Jay Roos. Guys, you've got to bully the bully. Yeah, and I believe he's a bully. I believe Benavidez is a bully. So Plant, for me, if I'm Plant's trainer, stand your ground. Hit this guy back and let him know he's not just going to run straight through you. Let him know that if he hits you and he makes a mistake when hitting you, you counter him, you sting him, and let him know. And you send him back to the corner. You back him up, you beat him up. You send him back to the corner now. Tonight, I'm in a fight against a guy that if I make a mistake, I'm going to get nailed. That's what Plant's got to be. Plant can't afford to be Mr. Jab and Move. He's got to stand his ground. This fight, he's got to stand his ground. He's got to stand up to the bully. Do you know, this fight, Benavidez reminds me of a guy called, I think, Jorge Luis Gonzalez, I think his name was. He was a Cuban. He was a heavyweight. And he beat both Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe in the amateurs. And he's a big guy, 6'5", 6'7". These big shades, and had bald head, and had this ponytail at the back. It's a great fight for you to go back and watch, because Gonzalez was like this star amateur, turned pro. I think he had 14, 15 fights, and he was challenging both at the heavyweight championship of the world. And like everyone was not scared, but was talking about Gonzalez. He was just bad man. They were hyping him up. And like, I think Bowe picked up a glass and threw it at Gonzalez. The fight itself, I won't ruin it for you. Go and see the fight. In fact, I might go back and watch the fight again. But yeah, that's what you talk about, the bully getting bullied. So you've seen it before, all this talk. Rolly's another one, running up his gums, no game plan, comes out to fight, gets countered. You have to have a game plan against a boxer, man. You have to have a game plan. And Caleb Plant is a very good pure boxer, very good. So footwork, better jab, better ring IQ. Benavidez, bigger, stronger. Is he faster? I don't know. I don't know if he's faster because, I mean, who's he been fast against? You know? So it's like looking fast against guys that are slow. That's great. But when you are against another guy that punches, who's got fast hands as well, then you know what fast is fast, you know? So we'll see. You know, a good analogy or a good idea of how fast your hands are is like when Roy Jones fought Joe Kazaki. I know Roy Jones was an older version, much older, shot version himself, but you had two guys who were known for throwing combinations. So it's good to see those two throwing combinations in the fight. Kazaki threw more than Jones, of course, being the younger, fresher fighter. But yeah, I would still love to see those two guys fight in their prime. That's it from me for this particular fight. I'm going with Plant for the win. I'm not convinced of Benavidez. This, for me, would be Benavidez' coming out party. This would be Benavidez making an announcement on the world scene. And if Caleb Plant fights a rabbit in the headlights and decides to back up against some ropes and stay against some ropes, he deserves his ass to get knocked out. You're hearing it now. If Plant sits on them ropes and just starts taking punches after punches after punches by Benavidez, he deserves to get knocked out. But I think I want to see Plant take center of the ring, double up his jab, you know, and work that body. Dig that left hook into the body. Do you know what I mean? When Benavidez puts his hand up, whack that left hook into the body. Puts his hands up, whack that right hand in. Do you know what I mean? As he puts his hand up, whack left hook in, whack the right hand in. Bah! And every time you fake the jab, bring the hands up, bah, bah, again, and away. Whack that body. After, say, 6, you're going to knock it, you're going to break a guy's jaw in 6 rounds. What happened to the first 5 rounds? If I'm breaking you down to the body, you might not have the strength in the 6th round to throw them shots. You might be you who may get your jaw broken with your hands down by your side. So, yeah. I'm not into all that talk with Benavidez because, you know, I don't know. I feel Benavidez' energy has sort of changed from where he was talking before to now. But Plant has kind of kept it the same. That's my feeling about it. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel about it. Yeah, I'm going to break his jaw. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah. All right, fine. All right, mate. We'll see. All right, mate. Saturday night, we'll see. So, like, what possibly can you offer in terms of your career and what you've done And I thought, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters in the world. You thought who? You thought who? And he didn't break my jaw. So where are you coming from? You know what I mean? So that's the way I kind of see it. Let me know how you think about this fight and your thoughts and how you see this fight going. And do you think Benavidez is a Mexican monster? And if so, why do you think he's a Mexican monster? When people say he's only partly Mexican. But yeah, anyway. So, and why is it, do you think fighters think that Caleb Plant is easy to intimidate because of his looks and because of that riles Caleb Plant up, so he feels he has to, stand up for himself in that way. You think that's the reason why the opponents don't particularly like him? Or it always seems to be some friction between him and opponents? Let me know your thoughts on that. And the winner? Would you want to see Plant versus Canelo again? I don't particularly want to see that fight again. I would actually like to see Charlo or Andrade fight Plant. Big Charlo, if you want to call him that. Jamal Charlo. It was called like Bivol. I'd like to see him fight Plant if Plant wins. So we'll see. We'll see. Hey, and also don't forget, if you can catch, let me put this out there for you as well to watch. Tomorrow, you can catch me on TNT Television 247.com. Put that there in the comment section. Yep. TNT Television tomorrow. So that's 10 a.m. West African time. Or 9 a.m. GMT, which is UK time. Or you can catch it again, the replay, 8:30 p.m. African time. Or, which is 7:30 p.m. GMT. So you can catch it. Let's put it up there very quickly. So that's the website you can check out. It's live streaming from Nigeria, and it's a national TV station. So TNTTV247.com. You can get to see movies, music, and of course, Sports Spectacular, which I'm a co-host on. Show it there. I'll just go across my. There we go. I hope you can join in. I always do the trailers and send a trailer over for tomorrow as well. All right. This has been BWTM Sports Gaming, previewing Plant versus Benavidez. See you soon.